of Life Living with Charise. I am your host, Charise, and today I have guest Toni Henderson joining me. In this segment, we're going to call Get Fit with Toni, and I'll allow Toni to share her story with us.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Charise, for having me. And good morning. Well, my name is Toni Henderson, and I am a group fitness instructor and personal trainer. And I have going on almost 27, 28 years now in the business. And I actually got my influences from my dad. And, we'll get into that, as I'm sure, in a little bit. But I like to teach group fitness. I teach pretty much everything: high impact, low impact, step, fitball, sculpting, weights, toning, plyo. So the list goes on and on. And so I'm here today to share some of my experiences and some of my knowledge.
So we know your dad was a great influence of that, but how and why did you get into the fitness industry?
He is a big reason for that. My dad is Marvin Henderson, and back in the 80s, he started to begin his career in working out, and he had a lot of his friends and a lot of his circles that brought him into it. And so around the time of about, I'm going to say 10 or 11, I would, see him start to make his own music, teach classes, and he honed his skills in Madison Heights, Michigan. Back then it was called the Back Wall. And I grew up around that. And about 17, 18 years old is when I got trained how to teach group fitness. And it's something that I always enjoyed to do and like to do. And met a lot of nice, good people along the way and still up until this day. So primarily because of my dad and the circle of the people around him.
And certainly doing what you do, I'm sure you impact people. So what do you want people to gain from your knowledge and experiences when they come to work with you or their interactions with you?
Over the years, and I guess, wisdom comes with age, 44. But I would have to say primarily right now, the biggest thing from my experiences and my journey is to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself first, meaning your mind, your body, your spirit, your health. And be mindful of others. Pay it forward when you can, because you want what you give out to come back. And the biggest thing that you can do for yourself by far, male, female, young, old, rich, poor, is to take care of your body. Take care of your body. And there's many ways to do that. It doesn't just have to be in an actual gym, setting. So I think that's the biggest thing,
Okay. Now my next question, some people may think it's odd, but I think it's very important because even though you are a personal trainer and fitness guru, you still set goals. So what are your overall goals that you want to achieve?
The biggest thing right now I want to work on for myself personally is to lean out a little more. Not necessarily lose a ton of weight, but lose inches. There are some clothes that I like to get back into, so I'm just like everybody else. It happens. The older that you get, the faster that time catches up with you and everything else. So all of those habits of how you eat, how you drink, sleep, all those things come back to you. So for me, my goals personally are to watch how I'm eating a little better. So, the fruits, veggies, water, all of the hydration. And I want to lean out and tone up a little bit more.
Okay. And since you mentioned your age, does that become a bit of a struggle as you enter the 40s? Is it just me? Or?
No, it is not. Let me tell you, it's not just you. It is me. It's so funny because primarily all of my classes are co-ed, except there's like one or two gyms that are female only. But everyone goes through it. Like I said, everyone has that yesteryear of them or how they used to look and the abs and the core. And yes, so things do get harder to work out and work off as you get older. And the name of the game is you want consistency. Anything that you're doing, you want to make sure that you're consistent with it. So whatever your physical fitness is, something that you like to do or you enjoy, make sure that you're consistent with it. That's number one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I know your dad was a great influence. Do you have other influences in this regard as relates to what you do today?
You know what? When I teach at the different facilities that I teach at, I really do like to see people taking care of themselves. So across the board, anybody that's coming in to doing something every day, whether they're in the fitness area of the gym or if they're taking a class. So I like to see that because that motivates me as well. Primarily also women. Like I said, a lot of my demographic is women. So when we see that, I like to see, the moms and the sisters coming in to, share that time to work out. So I have great influences as far as that, as far as day to day. In the entertainment world, I like to look at sports figures. I think Serena Williams is a great influence as far as somebody that combines cardio and strength. We have Michelle Obama, who obviously was a big proponent of the healthcare overall, and she makes time to work out every day, so those are some really good influences, and you can't go wrong with that either way.
All right. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Welcome back to Golden Life Living with Charise. I'm Charise Colbert. Today, Toni Henderson is joining us, and our topic today is Get Fit with Toni, and she's giving us some information about how we can evoke physical fitness into our lives. So, now, if you will, for the audience, clarify the difference between cardiovascular and strength training.
Okay, so cardiovascular, you want to think in terms of cardio as heart. Obviously, that is where it primarily comes from. That's the base word of it. The simplest way that I would explain it is cardio is anything that is actually movement with the body, whether that's low intensity or high intensity. If you think in terms of cardio equipment, that's your bikes, your treadmills, your ellipticals, things that actually have the body moving in one way or another. So cardiovascular is working the actual heart. Okay, strength training prefers to, you want to work the muscles, so that's where your sculpt and your strength is coming from, with the muscles. Again, in terms of machines or equipment, there's the bicep machines, the tricep machines, leg extensions, lat pull downs, things of that nature. So cardiovascular is more so working the heart and moving the heart with aerobic conditioning. And strength training, you want to think more in terms of, your actual strength, whatever that is.
Now, I also find that, we want a quick and easy way of doing things, even though we know we didn't add it on overnight. So, slow and steady or quick and easy when it comes to our physical fitness and weight loss goals?
Slow and steady, slow and steady. So we never want anything that's fast or jerky with your movements. None of your repetitions should look like this. Everything should look like a slow and controlled, concise movement. That's where that comes from. Jerky movements, they actually will end up over time hurting your body, whatever joint that you're working at that time. So your repetition should be slow and steady. You can do a workout in a shorter amount of time. So there's the way that the fitness industry is going now, that classes used to be an hour, and a lot of them still are, but you're finding that more of them are 45-minute, half hour. There's some 20-minute workouts that you can do. The intensity is higher because you only have that short amount of time, but you can get a whole nice good workout top to bottom in about 20 or 30 minutes. But those minutes have to actually count. But anything that you're doing should be a slow and controlled movement.
Okay. And definitely today with our desk jobs, we are leading more sedentary lives. And I think as we continue to go through this, we find out more information about how this is overall detrimental to our health. So why is it important for people to evoke movement into their lives daily?
Okay. The theme of my career as a fitness instructor is move. That's what you want to do. You actually want to make sure that you're having some type of physical activity throughout the day. So if you have a desk job and you're 8 to 10 hours basically, and you're sitting, there's so many things that you can do within that time frame, and especially now with chair aerobics and sit and fit classes being very, very popular, which they are a great workout, because since you and I have talked last, that's what I actually have incorporated into my regimen. But if you can even take like light dumbbells, 1, 2, 3 pounders maybe, or even buy a fit ball, the big fit ball that you have, those are some exercises you can incorporate as you're sitting. So you can take them low, and if you're doing anything with your hands at the time, you can do biceps, you can do chest exercises, you can stretch up shoulders, you can even just stretch, as you're sitting at your desk, some type of movement. You can incorporate the lower body as well. You can do, knee, everything, side to side. So there's a lot of things that you can incorporate as you're sitting, so you don't have to actually just sit and eat all day. And I know, because I've been there, I've had a desk job too, so I know what it's like.
So optimally, how many days a week should a person be working out, and for how long?
Optimally, every day. Every day, some type of physical fitness.
7 days.
7 days. I know.
Okay.
I know. How can we do it? But yes, and the government actually recommends 30 minutes minimum of some type of physical activity. And again, it does not have to be in a gym setting. If you are short on funds and you can't afford a membership, there's so many things you can do just at home. Again, with the chair, there's some great pieces of equipment that you can purchase that are inexpensive that you don't need a facility for. But 30 minutes, and that 30 minutes can be broken up. So if you do 10 minutes here or 5 here, but bare minimum 30 minutes, you should ideally be doing something every day.
Okay. And so for the person who has not been active, because sometimes I feel like when I set goals, I'm a little bit too aggressive. Especially, 2016, I was not that great, health or physical fitness, So to enter this year, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. I have to be realistic. I've been at 0.
Okay, so far, right.
I've been at 0, so am I really going to do 5? So maybe I need to tier step into it. If I say, all right, I'm going to do, let's just say every other day. That's the start. Or if I say I'm going to do 2 or 3 times a week. Don't make it so lofty. You got to step your way into it. And I like what you said about the 30 minutes and that you can break it up.
Of course.
Because what I'm finding now, I'll get up and try to do 15 minutes on the treadmill in the morning. And then when I come back home, get on the treadmill and do 15 minutes,
Right.
And it's really great to be on the treadmill because just walking 15 minutes in the morning, I can think about what I need to get done for the day, set my attention for the day, I would say. And then when I get home and get on the treadmill, that is a way for me to disconnect.
Yes. From the day.
Yeah, to disconnect from the work day, the drive to and from work, and just remove all of that. So it's a great stress releaser too. So it's other benefits to that as well. So I think those are great points and that people need to incorporate. But again, if you haven't been doing anything, don't make it so lofty. Maybe you do break it up or say, while watching this hour show, maybe I'm going to walk in place for 5 minutes of this show or whatever.
Oh, of course.
Just start somewhere.
Somewhere. Again, move.
Yes.
Move. As long as you are doing something, marching in place, stepping in place, side to side. Just as I'm sitting here talking with you, I could actually be doing a workout, And if I had, my light dumbbells, the stretch tubes, the resist tubes, there's so many things you can do while you're sitting. Everything doesn't have to be the chore of, oh, I got to go to the gym and I got to spend 3 hours. And I know a lot of times people associate pain if they have specific ailments and things of that nature, and that can be a detriment too, because just the thought of even having to get out of the car and going to a gym and it's going to hurt and things of that nature, which that's another good reason to get a trainer also, so that they can guide and put you through like a specific workout, and it helps you be accountable for yourself and to them too. But of course, if the thought of, okay, every day, a half an hour a day is too much, break it up a little bit at a time. Something that that you will account to. 15 minutes, that's great. Do 15 here, do 15 there. We spend a lot of time where you could have gotten a whole workout in and don't even realize it. And we're, we're shopping, we're eating,
watching TV.
We're watching TV, and those are the three things that I do too. So I know for a fact that it can be done.
Internet, social media.
Yeah, but take small steps, take baby steps, and again, steps, movement, it's the main thing.
All right, we will be right back. Welcome back to Golden Life Living with Charise. I am your host, Charise Colbert, and today my guest is Toni Henderson, and she is a personal fitness trainer. And this segment is aptly entitled "Get Fit with Toni." So we've been getting some good information from you. Let's talk to the people. I think the fitness centers, they're nice and they offer nice amenities, but what can people do, and what are some simple tools that people can invest in to set up an in-home fitness center?
Okay. So of course that's a great question, and I'm very glad to answer that, because a lot of times we have a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons, and the way that the fitness industry is now is that they're really taking that away. There are a lot of facilities that are $10 a month that you can afford and go to, and if for whatever reason that it's just not in the budget, the top 3 things that I would recommend for home use: a set of dumbbells, okay, a lightweight and maybe a moderate to heavier weight. Stretch tubes are really good, And these are things that are convenient that you can take with you too, so they don't have to necessarily stay home. And if you can, a fit ball. I love the fit ball because it's a great tool that you can do a whole total body workout with, and it involves your body weight and core. So those are the top 3 things, but there's also kettlebells if you can get them, step benches, let's see what else. The resist tubes that they use in physical therapy, those are really, really great. So got a few things out there that you can do at home or anywhere else that you have a small workout space.
Okay. Now, what are some simple moves that people can do for strength training, short of going to a gym and using the machines that are available?
Okay. The first thing too, a lot of body weight exercises. So the first thing I'm thinking of are like push-ups, planks, core related exercises. Again, but if not, you can focus on like biceps. So we have bicep movement, stretch tube and body bars, some primarily things that you can do with the biceps. You can also do chest as well. You can also do shoulder presses. You can do shoulder presses one arm at a time. You can do twist across the body, which also helps front lats, side lats, and shoulders, and the waist. So there's a bunch of things that we can do with that.
Okay. All right. And what should people eat before and after workout, and is there a time frame within those parameters?
Okay, so before you work out, about a half hour, 45 minutes. An hour would be good, but a half hour, 45 minutes prior to working out.
Okay.
Piece of fruit, meal shake. You can do a meal replacement shake. You can do also like yogurts, things of that nature, snack bars, meal bars. So those are things that you can do like before you go into your workout.
Okay.
A lot of times before I go to the gym, I'll have like trail mix or a meal bar, oatmeal bars, fruit bars, things like that. Just something I can munch on and have in my system before I go into that hour, workout. After workout, post recovery. So again, you can do a post recovery shake. You definitely want to stay hydrated before, during, and after your workout. So that's another thing, a key thing. Water, 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 people. You also want to make sure you feed those muscles. So anything that's post-recovery. But again, light dinner afterwards when you after you work out from the gym. And again, focus on the shakes. With the shakes, you get a good combination of your fruits, your vegetables, and some of the nutrients to help build your muscles back up after you've exhausted them, hopefully.
Okay. And I like that you pointed out that after workout you want a light meal, because some people are struggling in their journey because they are active, but they feel like they get to overcompensate on the food end.
Right.
You have any feedback?
A lot of feedback on that. The 80-20 rule. I've been doing a lot of research recently on the field, and 80-20 is 80% how you eat and what you eat. 20% is the physical fitness. So that nutrition is key. Even if you are sedentary and you don't work out, which you should be doing something, how you eat is very, very important. So you want to focus on those raw fruits, raw veggies, again, your water. There's a lot of superfoods and meal planning and recipes and things of that nature out there. So I'm a big proponent of shakes. I have shakes every day, every single day, and I use a protein powder, spinach, kale, raw carrots, things of that nature. But just because you work out doesn't mean that you get to eat the way that you want to eat. You can eat everything that you want to eat, but just in moderation, but make sure that you're being physically active.
Okay. Do you have an opinion about treat days? Because I try to institute that, but treat day isn't about me like eating a whole pizza or anything. It's just a matter of, this is my day where
you can go.
I'm not logging food or counting calories, but I do find, because I am doing better, it doesn't take much to get me full. So I wanted ice cream. I had me a half cup of ice cream. I've never rationed out ice cream.
A half cup of ice cream.
Yeah, but it satisfied whatever desire I had, and it was sufficient.
That's true.
And I didn't have a hankering for more.
That's actually true. The more that you start to eat better, you will find that you do get fuller faster and you are satisfied. And also, when you have that cheat day, sometimes you can feel it, because when you eat clean or start to eat, even in that process of eating clean, you know when you've eaten bad because your body tells you. And then you don't want to go back into that. So that in and of itself kind of rations you to how you're going to eat on your cheat day. I'm a big proponent for cheat days because you've worked for it, and as long as you're consistent, like if you can have that cheat day and get right back on to eating better. I don't necessarily like the word diet because I don't believe that you should limit yourself to anything. I just don't. I'm one of those people where it's like I eat to live because I like some of everything. So as long as you can be consistent in how you eat, have your cheat day. You know, have your cookies. Listen, I give myself the 3 C's: cookies, cake, candy. I can't resist it. I'm sorry, I know it's bad, but yeah.
And cane, that's that sugar cane.
Yeah, I am. So I think like we all have our addictions. Some people are
Right.
smokers, some people are drinkers. I'm an eater. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So finally, my last question is, what can people do for their cardiovascular health? What are some exercises or activities they can do?
Okay. Most basic walking, walking. There we go. We love to do that, right? Walking to the restaurant, right? I'm joking, but no, walking is the basic form that you can do. You can power walk. You can also jog. You can do a light run. It doesn't have to be a sprint. You don't have to be in the Olympics. There's jumping jacks. There's swimming. There's up and down stairs if you have availability for stairs, whether it's at work or at home or just around the neighborhood. If you have a pet, walk your dogs. That's, if you're taking your dog out at least 3 times a day, well, there you go. We talked about that half an hour, right? Average walk is about 10 or 15 minutes when you walk your pet, right?
Right.
There you go.
So, well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to have this discussion with us. I think it was important to share with the Golden Life Living audience ways that they can evoke movement and little things they can do. And to, I think the great thing that I'm taking away from this discussion is attainable and possible for everyone. You don't have to pay the $50 a month for the gym, and yes, there are lower rate ones at $10, but even if you don't want to spend that, or maybe it's a matter of time, I don't have 5 or 10 minutes to drive there, then finding something within your home where you're able to do that.
That's true.
I essentially believe that, we have to care for our health. That is a big proponent and aspect in leading a golden life living. Until next time, may you make life golden now.